The smartphone you're holding right now contains approximately 0.034 grams of gold. That seems insignificant, but multiply that by the 1.4 billion smartphones manufactured every year. Add computers, servers, satellites, medical equipment. Result? The tech industry consumes over 300 tons of gold per year, and this number is exploding. The problem? We can't replace gold, and we're running out of it. Today, we're going to talk about a paradox that nobody is anticipating: how a precious metal that has become essential to our technology could trigger the next major industrial crisis. You're watching NextGen Factory. Welcome to the hidden face of gold in the digital age. For centuries, gold only served to make jewelry and coins. But in the 1960s, everything changes. The electronics industry discovers that gold possesses unique physical properties. First property. Gold is the third best electrical conductor after silver and copper. But unlike them, gold never oxidizes. A copper circuit exposed to air, it corrodes in a few months. A gold circuit, it stays perfect for decades. That's why we use gold in all critical connectors: USB, HDMI, motherboards, processors. Second property, gold is extremely malleable. It can be stretched into wires 1 micron thick, perfect for nanocircuits. Third property, gold resists extreme temperatures and space radiation. Satellites? Covered with gold sheets. Space probes like James Webb? Gold-plated mirrors. We've tried to replace gold with cheaper alternatives: copper, silver, palladium, platinum. Result? Nothing equals gold for the combination of conductivity, corrosion resistance, and long-term reliability. In high-performance electronics, gold isn't a luxury. It's an absolute technical necessity. Here's the problem. We're consuming more and more gold in technology, but we're producing less and less of it. In 2023, global gold production was 3,300 tons, but newly discovered deposits? In freefall. The last major deposits were found in the 1990s. Since then, nothing significant. Worse, extracting gold is becoming increasingly difficult and expensive. Easy-to-access deposits are exhausted. Now we have to dig 4 kilometers deep. Meanwhile, technological demand is exploding. Generative AI, each new generation data center requires thousands of servers packed with gold connectors. 5G, millions of relay antennas with gold-plated components. Electric vehicles, each Tesla contains 3 times more gold than a combustion car because of battery management circuits. By 2030, we estimate that demand for gold and technology will have increased by 60%. But production, it will stagnate or even decline. We've already experienced this with other materials. In 2021, the semiconductor shortage paralyzed the global automotive industry for months. Imagine the same thing with gold, except this time there's no alternative. Prices will explode, supply chains will tighten, and some technologies could simply become impossible to mass produce. Fortunately, the industry is starting to react, and the solutions are fascinating. Solution number 1, urban mining. You know how much gold is sleeping in your drawers? 1 ton of smartphones contains 300 grams of gold. For comparison, 1 ton of ore extracted from a mine? Only 5 grams. Your old phones are literally portable gold mines. Companies like Mint Innovation in New Zealand have developed revolutionary processes to extract gold from electronic waste. Their method? Genetically modified bacteria that dissolve gold and separate it from other metals. Yield: 99% of the gold recovered. The problem? Only 20% of electronic waste is currently recycled. The rest ends up in landfills. Solution number 2, using less gold. MIT researchers have developed atomic deposition techniques. Instead of plating a layer of gold several microns thick, they deposit a single layer of atoms. Thickness, 0.0001 microns. Savings, 95% less gold for the same performance. Solution number 3, next-generation alternative materials. Graphene, a material composed of a single layer of carbon atoms, could replace gold in certain applications. It's 200 times stronger than steel, conducts electricity better than gold, and costs almost nothing to produce. The problem? We don't yet know how to produce it at industrial scale. Solution number 4, extraterrestrial gold. Some asteroids contain more gold than everything extracted on Earth since the beginning of humanity. The asteroid 16 Psyche, it would contain 10,000 quadrillion dollars of precious metals, including astronomical quantities of gold. NASA and SpaceX are already developing technologies to mine these asteroids by 2040. Science fiction? Not anymore. Concretely, what does this mean for you? First impact. The price of tech will increase. Apple, Samsung, and others have already factored into their forecasts a rise in the cost of gold-based components. Result, high-end smartphones that cost 1,200 euros today could easily reach 1,500 to 1,800 euros within 5 years. Second impact, the end of planned obsolescence. Manufacturers will be forced to create more durable and repairable devices. Why? Because recovering gold from your old devices will become more profitable than extracting new gold. Apple has already launched Daisy, a robot that dismantles 200 iPhones per hour to recover precious materials. Third impact, an acceleration of innovation. Scarcity forces innovation. Exactly like the oil shortage accelerated the development of renewable energies. The coming decades will probably see major breakthroughs in substitute materials. Gold has always been precious, but today it has become indispensable. Without gold, no smartphones, no data centers, no satellites, no AI. Our digital civilization literally rests on a rare metal whose reserves are running out. The good news? This crisis will force humanity to become smarter. More recycling, more innovation, more efficiency. Gold won't disappear, but our relationship with it will radically change. And you, did you know your smartphone contained gold? Will you recycle it differently now? Tell us in the comments. And if you want to discover other critical technologies our future depends on, subscribe to NextGen Factory.